Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. Back to do a recent finds video. Just some stuff that's come in since the last recent finds video, which I think has been a little while. Not to mention some stuff that I didn't get to in the last couple of recent finds videos. So still been working at the shop, and I still work for store credit, so been kind of getting most of my stuff there. And yeah, we had a record store day obviously this past Friday, and hope you guys had a good record store day. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. We had a really good day, and even had a good day afterwards. The next day, we sold quite a bit of stuff as well. But we do still have a few things still kind of hanging around. So if there are a couple of titles maybe you guys are looking for, definitely make sure you check out Riverbend Records. And I think mainly most of it is on our eBay page. But yeah, check that out. We still have just a few things left. I said we did sell a ton. It was a very good couple of days. But yeah, let me just kind of just jump into some of the stuff that I've kind of gathered here. We'll start off here with this beautiful pressing of Minnie Riperton. This is Perfect Angel. Just one of those albums I just have not stumbled across through all my years of collecting. But finally found just a beautiful near mint copy in shrink and everything, which is just really awesome. Of course, she was very well known for the song "Loving You" and kind of the amazing notes that she could hit. But overall, just kind of a really good album. Definitely has a lot more flavor to it than just the song that she's most well known for with the "Loving You." Some stuff that has some soul or undertones, definitely some funk undertones here and there. But yeah, just a really good album. A couple songs written by Stevie Wonder, so that kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of what might be there as well. But yeah, great one to add to the collection right there. Another one here, Otis Redding. This is Otis Blue. Otis Redding sings soul. The Analog Productions pressing of this. Great 2 LP set, and with a lot of his great stuff on here too. Respect, Change is Gonna Come. I've Been Loving You Too Long, Shake, Satisfaction. I mean, just some of the just ultimate Otis hits. So a great one to put on Analog Productions there. And then some of the record store day pieces, and I know tons of people have already done videos on these, so I won't go into too much of a ramble about them. But this is really the primary one that I wanted. Better Than Ezra, Deluxe. Always loved them. They did an original pressing, I think, of this, which goes for a few $100s. So it was kind of nice to finally get excuse me, a reissue of it. But nice 2 LP set from 1995, I think this was released. Yeah. Had that, I guess, kind of the hit Good, probably my favorite song off of this. But yeah, that was my primary want for Record Store Day. But I did also pick up Too Short Cocktails. This is his 1995 release. One of my favorite old school hip hop artists. You can actually kind of see there in the background with Blow the Whistle right up there. But yeah, the more Too Short stuff they give us, the better. So I was happy to get that one. And the last RSD piece that I got, at least this week, was Herbie Hancock's Possibilities. Cool 3 LP set. I had the CD for quite some time. This came out like 2005, and just always really loved it. And I remember seeing the documentary kind of behind the making of this years ago. And he does a really cool collab with Annie Lennox on the song Hush Hush Hush, which is originally written by Paula Cole. But yeah, really kind of powerful song, and I love the version that they did here and the way Annie delivered it, and it turned me on to this album years ago. So kind of cool to see it on vinyl. So a good record store day release there. A little Tonic, Sugar. This is their release from 1999. Another good addition to the collection. I had an unofficial pressing of it, and so when I saw the official here, I got this and sold my unofficial. So but yeah, they had the song You Wanted More, which is kind of a big hit off of this. I think it was featured in one of the American Pie movies, actually, when I think about it. But yeah, just kind of another one of those, classics from the 90s, as well as this, Reality Bites, huge movie. Probably, I don't know if maybe the soundtrack was even a little bigger than the movie back in the day, but, really great stuff on here with stuff like My Sharona by the Knack. And of course, the biggest song I always remember off of this, which was Stay by Lisa Loeb and Nine Stories. Dinosaur Jr., Crowded House, just Squeeze. Just a lot of great songs on that soundtrack. So a cool 2 LP reissue there. And then an artist I've recently really got into. I have one of his other albums, but I was painting some rooms in our house the other day and just was kind of streaming some stuff, and some stuff came on off of both of these albums, which is of course Arlo McKinley. This is Die Midwestern and The Lonesome Sound, and just really really dug what I was hearing. And it's kind of nice too, because I went back to the shop and ordered these and discovered they're extremely inexpensive albums to get, which is nice. Um, but yeah, just really, really great stuff. It's kind of, if you like the more mellow, kind of maybe Jason Isbell kind of feel, and like that's kind of what I get from Arlo McKinley. Just really, really awesome stuff. Songs on here like We Were All Right, Bag of Pills, The Hurtin's Done, just really, really good stuff. So highly recommend checking him out if you are, like I said, maybe a Jason Isbell fan that likes some of the more mellow stuff that he does. Flow Rider. This, of course, is that Now Playing series. Just another fun one to have, almost kind of like a greatest hits type of thing. And of course, the song Low featuring T-Pain off of this, which is just a fun one to always have in your collection. Um, Bon Jovi Slippery When Wet. I just kind of upgraded my copy because I found this promo, which is always kind of cool. So that was a fun upgrade in the collection. Finally stumbled across one of these, which is Bananarama. This is their release from 1984, which of course had the big hit Cruel Summer off of it. And yeah, just needing to find a really good copy of it. Hadn't stumbled across one, and really kind of outside of that one corner right there, as you can see, it has a little bit of a ding, but other than that, just a really, really clean, great copy of a classic 80s record. As well as this one, the Isley Brothers Between the Sheets, their 1983 release, which has some of my favorite songs by them, like Choosy Lover, and of course the title track Between the Sheets. A lot of great stuff that they were still doing in the late 80s. I'm sorry, early 80s, and just a beautiful copy still in shrink with the hype sticker, which is awesome. The Teskey Brothers. Kind of a band that I was just somewhat recently just introduced to by one of the guys that comes in our shop on a regular basis. Just kept telling me, dude, you need to check it out. You need to check it out. And he was exactly right. I mean, just amazing, amazing stuff. I've always said one of the things that makes Chris Stapleton such an amazing artist is basically all Chris Stapleton is doing, in my opinion, is he's taking Motown songs and he's singing them with a little bit of a country twang, and it just gives so much power and soul to him, which is awesome. Is why I love Chris so much. This is kind of doing the same thing, except it's not taking Motown, it's taking Otis Redding and kind of doing somewhat of that same thing with him, because the guy that sings sounds just like Otis. It's amazing. So yeah, check this out if that sounds of interest at all. I've only heard like 3 songs off of it. I haven't spun the whole thing yet, but it's everything I've heard has just been fantastic. Next here we have Train, Greatest Hits. For anyone who's especially if you're kind of a modest Train fan, this is really kind of, I think, all you need. 2 LP set, you get Meet Virginia, Drops of Jupiter, Hey Soul Sister, Save Me San Francisco. I mean, really most of the big stuff that you would want by Train is on this 2 LP set. So that was kind of a nice one. And then you have the new Smashing Pumpkins, which I thought was solid. I listened to it, I enjoyed it. It didn't blow me away, but it was still kind of like, yeah, I know that's solid Pumpkins. So I was happy with it. I mean, they could have done a better job on the cover, but anyway. Just kind of another upgrade copy here. Till Tuesday, just kind of found a promo copy there, gold stamp promo. So I went ahead and got that just to upgrade the copy I already had. Actually, the last album I needed for my Stevie Nicks collection, this was the one studio album that I didn't have. This is her 1985 release. And yeah, again, not like her absolute favorite album of mine, but I mean, I love all of Stevie's stuff. But yeah, it's just kind of the one that had been slipping through the cracks, and finally got a nice copy of that. And this is one I needed to kind of complete my little homemade Kiss box set. I had never picked up a copy of Kiss Symphony, so actually got a copy of that. And of course, it's in the original copy, but it's just a nice one to actually be able to listen to. So that was a good pickup. Um, Tears for Fears, Songs for a Nervous Planet. Just kind of a cool 2 LP set. This came out, I guess maybe a few months ago or something like that. But it's just kind of basically a good live recording. You know, a lot of stuff you'd expect to hear by Tears for Fears with a live recording. But really also kind of good. There was a number of times in there where it almost sounded like a studio version of something, just because it was kind of, well recorded, well performed and delivered. So kind of a cool 2 LP set there. I'm usually not that fond of live albums, but that one was definitely hit me in a good place. And then Bobby Hutcherson, just another classic tone poet, Blue Note release here. And as always, you look at the lineup, Freddie Hubbard, Andrew Hill, Joe Chambers. I mean, it's just the same like 25, 30 guys killing it over and over and over with these. So it's another fantastic Blue Note pressing there. And about a month or two ago, we got the new Pixie albums, which was kind of cool. Always happy to get new albums by these legendary bands. Just give me as many as you can before we lose you. Really. And again, it wasn't one that necessarily completely blew my socks off, but I enjoyed it. Enjoyed listening to it. Enjoyed experiencing the new Pixies. And yeah, definitely worth the keep. So that's another one I'm happy to add to the collection. And last but not least, we'll finish it off here with a little Busta Rhymes, When Disaster Strikes. Another great addition to the hip-hop collection here. And I've always been a huge fan of Busta Rhymes. This came out in 1997, and especially in kind of late 90s when you start going into the early 2000s, there was a lot of hip-hop had kind of gotten so big, and it kind of got to that point where you could start seeing people just jump on the bandwagon of like what hip-hop was supposed to be. So you were supposed to cuss a lot. You were supposed to have cars with 22, 24-inch rims in your videos. You were supposed to have half-naked girls dancing all the time. And you were supposed to be throwing money at the camera all the time. And, with a lot of those artists, that stuff just got very old very fast. And so one of the things I've always really liked and admired about artists like Busta Rhymes, or maybe, I don't know, there's a number of them out there. But just those that still kind of kept the creativity bug, that actually saw themselves as artists. Missy Elliott would probably be another great idea, where like, yes, they had a song and they can do what they do, but you can just always see that there was creative things going on in their mind about how I can present and how I can, that type of stuff. And Buster was one that I think that really kind of carried that flag in a great way. From his delivery, just all his creativity and everything else. Legendary artist in the hip hop realm. So there you go, VC. Those are just kind of a few of the recent finds over the past probably month or two. But yeah, as always, appreciate you guys stopping by. Again, hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you had a great record store day. And we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys.